Hey Taurus, this is Liv from Ephemeris Cartomancy, and we are going to do your December 2019 Shadow Cartoscope. So let's see what sort of issues, main themes, relevant information, main messages we have for Taurus regarding shadows they may run into in December 2019. So personal issues, inner child issues, weaknesses, Achilles heel sort of points. And we are clearly taking jumpers for you. Let's get you another one. Taurus, December 2019, shadows. Okay. Okay, so first we are gonna put the cards on the table, and then I'm gonna fiddle with a frame fitting. Kind of close, right? Kind of close. Okay. All right, Taurus. I am getting here the message of allowing possibilities, allowing opportunities for to go by, allowing them to pass you by, not making the most of these opportunities which are coming your way. There's a sense of giving away your power, giving away your ability to manifest, regarding yourself as someone who cannot manifest, regarding yourself as a bit of a loser maybe. I'm getting the sense here of sensing that you need to reach out for help in order to manifest, as if you on your own would not have the ability, the skills, the strength, the inspiration to actually make stuff grow, to actually make stuff bloom. You are constantly undermining yourself when it comes to making the most of this opportunity. You are very afraid of failure. You are very afraid of doing something in such a way that will make you feel or become unimportant. It's like you're aiming for very, very high goals, which is of course in itself a very good thing, but the way you are aiming at them, it's as if you are telling yourself nothing below this level here is worth doing. Anything that's below this level, top level here, is not worth doing. And in so doing, you are pretty much giving away your power to manifest all sorts of opportunities. It's as if you are regarding them as being beneath you, as being lesser than your desires, lesser than your goals. And in manifesting those lesser than opportunities, you would, in a sense, brand yourself as the lesser person, pretty much. So we have an ego issue here, which is preventing you from making the most of opportunities, which in time could grow to become maybe not the top of the line which you are aiming at, but something good, something abundant, something pleasant, something useful. But you are missing out on all of these opportunities because you are um, going for a sort of all or nothing mentality. An all or nothing mentality, which in fact is preventing you from making things happen, even if opportunities are coming your way. You feel like you are getting very little when it comes to favorable circumstances for you to make your dreams come true, for you to make your desires come true. You feel like you should be getting more help, more opportunities, more inspiration. I'm getting a constant recurrent theme here of kind of victimizing yourself a little bit, partly to justify not putting in all of the effort needed for this little itty bitty little plant for it to grow into a strong tree, for instance. That would take a lot of effort, but you are kind of finding your way around putting in the actual effort. You are seeking ways to uh, justify not doing it. When you are thinking of these absolutes of accomplishing something along the lines of the highest level of achievement, and you would settle for nothing less, you would deal with nothing lower than the top of the top. It's like you're saying pretty much, I'm not ready for that kind of achievement. I'm not willing to work for that kind of an achievement on a step-by-step basis. What I want is a one-hit wonder sort of a situation, right? So, because you are only setting your sights on the top of the top of achievements, you are blatantly ignoring all sorts of opportunities which are in fact coming your way. And so many of them could be fructified into at least some sort of an achievement here, right? But you're kind of distracted when it comes to assessing the real potential of opportunities coming your way. You are too distracted because you are too much focused on the idea of being pretty much an overachiever, too much of an overachiever. So you are focusing too much on that and you are too scared of failing. And anything less than overachiever perfection status would come across as frustrating to you. So you are not willing to settle for less. You are not willing to compromise even with yourself and as a result with anyone else. Anything other than exactly what it is that you desire comes across as unworthy, as worth nothing to you. But what I'm sensing is that this is an approach which you are using to justify actually not engaging. You are justifying, you are rationalizing a predisposition to not engage, to not act on your desires, to not act on these opportunities coming your way. Because what's going on is you are stuck in something from your past. You are stuck in an idea from your past. You are stuck in a relationship from your past. You are stuck in a mentality which is kind of obsolete, kind of I wouldn't say traditional in itself, more like obsolete in that it doesn't keep up with the changes in your life, in technology, in society, in your circle. Something about your approach to things is very rigid, which is not surprising in itself for a Taurus. Um, but it's becoming rigid in that destructive way, which can occur for a Taurian, right? You are not letting go of something. You are kind of punishing yourself, is what I'm getting here. You are punishing yourself for not achieving a particular goal. Anything else is like a match compared to the sun. Anything else is just a little bit, a bitty bitty kind of a thing, almost meaningless compared to your super high goals, to your super high desires, to your super high standards. At the same time, there's something here related to loneliness, related to not putting in effort when it comes to relationships. There's a fear of being alone despite not fructifying opportunities. There's a fear of being left on your own. And yet, I'm seeing you not making moves when you clearly have opportunities to make moves. You may clearly have opportunities to meet someone new. You may clearly have opportunities to reconcile with someone from the past. You may have opportunities to start a new job, to find a new pursuit, to find a new home. Whatever it is in your life that you dislike, you are getting the seed of a new beginning. You are getting the seed, but you are supposed to be working to cultivate it. And the main lesson here, the main message here is that while you would be working on cultivating this little seedling here, you would also be working on cultivating yourself. You would bloom as your seedling would grow. This is an encouragement to first make that one step, to plant your seed in the ground, to care for it, to water it, to be beside it on a step-by-step basis, to allow it time to grow, to have patience for something to grow and bloom at its own pace. It's all or nothing for you. You are in a rush. You are in a rush to achieve something. And you want it like that. You want it so quickly, right now. If it's not right now, if it's not instant harmonious relationship, instant lucrative business, instant fat paycheck, instant super achiever, instant super successful. You want it like that. If it's not like that, if it involves needing you to work, needing you to put in effort, and first and foremost, needing you to wait for your results to slowly move along, then you are not engaging in it. You are not having it. What you want is instant success, instant achievement, instant happiness, instant love. I do hope that such a thing may happen, and that you would make such a thing happen, that you would encounter it. But I highly doubt that such a thing actually exists. There is no instant, absolute achievement. There is no instant success. There's a lot of hard work, though you may think that success or love comes in suddenly. Behind that very obvious, more like public outcome, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work which you cannot see, which you cannot perceive, which you choose not to focus on. What you're choosing to focus on is that end result, that bright, shining I'm the master of the world, I'm on top of the world feeling. That's what you need, that's what you want, and I'm getting the sense that you won't be settling for anything less than that. But be careful, because with this kind of an approach, you are only kidding yourself. You are only chasing soap bubbles, right? You are only kidding yourself. These goals, as I am seeing them here, not in themselves, but as part of this kind of a process, instant success, I don't think that they are achievable. I don't think that they are achievable. And I will say that I hope, if they are achievable, that you will succeed in achieving them. But I highly doubt it. Let's just say that. I highly doubt it. What you should do, I feel, is be more flexible and be more willing to go on a step-by-step basis, and simply have patience to allow something to grow. Allow yourself and allow whatever it is that your pursuit is to grow alongside with you. You cannot sprint through to achieve such a hefty um, goal, such a high level of achievement. And you are aiming for a high level of achievement, which of course is a great thing, and you have all the tools necessary to actually make it happen. But you do need to have the patience to let it grow in its own pace and to keep working on it, right? Some of you are feeling prisoners in your jobs. You are feeling like prisoners in your home. You are feeling like prisoners in your workplace, in your career. You don't want to be there anymore. If it's your relationship we are talking about, you don't want to be in that relationship anymore. You don't want to be with that person anymore. Um, I'm getting a sense of being suffocated. I'm getting the sense of being weighed down, of getting depressed because of all of these things in your life which you do have achieved, which are present, which are there, and they are not making you happy. So that's why you are aiming for such high goals aside of what you have achieved in your life, because right now I'm getting the sense, feeling deeply unhappy, deeply unhappy, very much a prisoner in your situation. Perhaps that's why you are so impatient. You feel like you need an out, you need to escape. Like you're suffocating, you need to breathe. I'm getting a very suffocating feeling. But the thing is that the changes which need to be made, the changes you would actually desire to happen, the changes you would actually want to see happen in your life, they would require you um, to take some drastic steps. And you are afraid to cross that bridge. You are afraid to start acting on your desires. You are afraid of losing everything, all of that potential which would be tied or involved with your life as it is now, with your career as it is now, with your relationship or your marriage as it is now. So you are kind of stuck here because you don't want what you have, and you are afraid to go for what it is that you want. Some of you are going to reconnect with exes, ex-partners, ex-business partners, ex-lovers, ex-husbands or ex-wives as well. I'm getting the sense that some of you would want to get back together with this person. You are afraid that they don't want to get back together with you, though. You are afraid of what people would say about you getting back together as well. People, your family, people at work. But you are missing this person. You are missing your relationship. You are missing your business. You are missing the way they made you feel, the way that business made you feel about yourself, the way that person made you feel about yourself. And you really do want to reconnect with them, but you are too afraid to act on it. I'm getting the sense that many of you are holding back because you are too afraid of what people would think or say about you, what your family members would say or think about you if you were to act on your desire to get back together with this person or get back together working in that environment. For some of you, you have a very toxic environment around you, either at work or your family members or your friends. They are trying to influence you, and they are a negative sort of presence in your life, a negative influence in your life. So you should heed your own inner voice and your own desires rather than people around you. Okay? It is time, Taurus, to end cycles. It is time to end your obsolete way of being, your obsolete way of thinking. It is time to end how you approached relationships, how you approached love, what it is that you expected out of love, what it is that you expected out of collaborations, out of partnerships. It is time for the changes to come in. It is time to let go of toxic people in your life, of which I'm seeing at least one. At least one. To be honest with you, I'm seeing more actually. It's time to do you and care less about what other people might think, what other people might feel. There's a great sense of guilt here. There's a great sense of I'm getting particularly that sense of feeling guilty for letting go of a relationship, for letting go of a partner. It's as if you were kind of influenced to break up. It's like you didn't make the decision truly and entirely on your own. It's like you didn't really want to break up with that person for whatever reason. You might have been maliciously influenced to actually end things at that job or in that relationship. Someone may have been manipulating you because they have their own agenda about the situation. You may become aware of that in December. Whew. You are feeling numb. You are feeling hollow. You are feeling alone. You are feeling betrayed, and you were betrayed by at least one person. I'm seeing that clearly, unfortunately. Someone is or has revealed themselves to be a traitor. And you are feeling pretty much broken-hearted about it. Understandably so, of course. There's a strong connection here to your past, which is toxic to you right now. Your traitor from the past might actually be the ex we are talking about here. That person may actually be the traitor, in which case you should break away from them, in which case you should simply allow the past to be your past and just move on. If that's not the case, if your ex did not prove to be a traitor and is not proving to be a traitor, then you should learn to move on from your guilt, learn to move on from your mistakes, because you are by far your toughest critic. You are by far the harshest judge of your character. You are by far the meanest sort of judge when it comes to your actions and your past. Nobody else sees or paints you in those harsh colors. You need to reconnect with yourself. You need to reconnect with your hopes, your dreams, your desires, your fears, and you need to embrace them and accept them as your own in order to have a new beginning. There's a sense here of losing the pleasure, losing out on the pleasure of life, missing out on the pleasure of a relationship, missing out on the pleasure of relationships by and large, because you are focusing solely on one aspect here. And you are kind of rendering yourself blind to everything else involved or connected to that aspect. Learn to let go of your mistakes, of someone else's mistakes. If you've come to realize that you need them in your life, then learn to forgive, learn to let go, and move on. There's a sense here of studying yourself, studying your mistakes, studying someone else's mistakes, overthinking, overanalyzing things to death, as part of your process to kind of justify not doing anything about it. So you pretty much go through this really intensive, involved process of overanalyzing things, so you can justify not changing anything, not doing anything about it, not acting on your desires, on your hopes, on your dreams, on your frustrations. There's a clear sense here of being stuck. You are keeping yourself stuck, though. You are keeping yourself a prisoner of your own mistakes, and you are keeping a relationship a prisoner of the mistakes of your past and your partner's past. And you are not letting go of those mistakes, but at the same time, you are not letting go of the relationship either. I am getting the strong sense that you can revive what you've lost if it's not a relationship with a traitor, though. I am getting the sense that you are kind of in mourning about something which is not actually lost forever. So you can sort of regain that relationship, that connection, that person. You can reclaim that. You can get a do-over about the situation, but you need to first learn to let go and forgive yourself and whatever went on in the past, if you want to move on in that relationship. See? Healing grief. There's a lot of pain here, Taurus. But there's also a bit of a tendency to kind of victimize yourself. Don't get me wrong, I am clearly getting the sense that you've been hurt. So it's not that you haven't been hurt, but you are strong enough to handle being hurt and moving on after that. You are strong enough to learn to either let go of the whole situation, or simply to let go of the mistakes if you decide that you really need that person in your life. So stop kind of giving yourself a pity party, right? And just go on with things because you can. Seek healing, seek counseling if you can manage it on your own. Seek uh, therapy, get that help, get that wisdom. A lot of your issues here, much of your issues are stemming from self-love issues, from self-worth issues. You are punishing yourself. Part of this entire scenario involves you punishing yourself. In fact, you are punishing yourself by denying yourself that which you desire, even though if it is within reach for you. You are punishing yourself for past mistakes. You are punishing yourself for getting hurt in the past. You are punishing yourself for not achieving whatever it is that you are hoping to achieve, even if it was a really high sort of a goal, a really tall order, and it wouldn't have been so easily achieved. But you are punishing yourself. You are self-sabotaging. Even when your desired outcome is actually within reach, you are still too focused on punishing yourself instead of getting something done. And there are issues from your past which are very much influencing you, which are very much affecting you, which you cannot get over. So please do seek some therapy, get some counseling, because you are self-sabotaging based on your mistakes from the past, based on things that happened and were not in fact under your control. But you are punishing yourself for not achieving things either way. So try to stop that. Seek assistance, seek help, seek guidance to stop punishing yourself, because you are not guilty, you are not responsible, and you shouldn't be punishing yourself for not being perfect, because nobody is perfect. Look at that. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. New beginnings. A rush of newness. A rush of freshness. A rush of fresh air. I am going to say it again, Taurus. You have every opportunity. In December, you are going to receive every opportunity to move on. You are going to receive every opportunity to start anew, or to resume something which you loved and lost. It is within your reach to resume it. It is within your reach to resume it. Resume it, though, by practicing true self-love, by appreciating yourself, by forgiving yourself, by stopping to punish yourself for things which are not in fact your fault. Okay, so stop doing that. And keep your eyes open for the potential coming your way, because there's a lot of potential coming your way in December. And I'm getting the feeling that this is only the beginning of a larger wave of opportunities coming your way, because you've been beating yourself down so so much for such a long time now, that the universe is trying to kind of pull you out of that funk. The universe is giving you plenty of opportunities to pull yourself out of that funk. But first you need to forgive yourself, love yourself, learn from your mistakes, and have an energetic, vital, full of life approach when it comes to that's those seeds which are being given to you as a gift. You are getting seeds as a gift. Plant them, care for them, grow them, and grow with them, because you are meant to be on that path. Okay. Great abundance. That's what I'm hearing. Great abundance. You are in for great abundance. You just have to learn to accept it, to claim it as yours, to accept it as yours, and to work for it, without expecting a smashing success at every stage. You are only human. Treat yourself as being only human. Forgive yourself for being only human. Love yourself for being only human, because you are precious, very precious, and very able and capable of doing great things. That's not in question here. You are very capable and you are getting those chances. Just don't miss out on them. Don't allow yourself to be so busy self-sabotaging and self-flagellating that you miss out on these fantastic opportunities coming your way. Okay? Okay, Taurus, so I'm sending you much love and light, and we'll be seeing you soon. Bye!